And his answer became legendary, because it's there. Sometimes there is no reason other than it's just a really cool thing to do. I recently caught up with a kayaker who takes a similar approach to life. Dane Jackson just conquered the second highest waterfall descent in history, the Salto Del Maule in Chile. It was a breathtaking achievement, as you can see, and you're about to find out that he's also quite the character. Dane, it's really cool to meet you. Thanks so much for being in the studio with us here. Normally when I meet someone like yourself, we'll start with the backstory and we'll work up to what it is that you do. This time I'm just going to go straight in. You just kayaked off a waterfall that was 134 feet high. What on earth was that like?
It's pretty wild. I mean, that was a waterfall I've actually wanted to do for a couple years now. I always just come across photos and I was just like, man, I got to go see this thing in person.
But nobody's done this before, right?
This particular waterfall no one had done before.
So when did you know you were going to be okay?
You mean during the descent?
Yeah, when did you know that you were not going to die?
Before.
Are you sure?
Yeah. No, there's definitely, I felt really confident with the drop. Luckily, over the years, I've run enough waterfalls that I have a lot of trust and faith in my skill to be able to do something like that. And basically what I had is about 4 or 5 people down there with their gear. For the ultimate worst case, got knocked out or something like that, they would be able to help me. But I think for me, as soon as I hit, we have like what's called a skirt to keep the water out. And that came off, which means that my boat filled up with water, and with how chaotic it is below it, I unfortunately had to come out of my kayak after, but pretty much as soon as I hit, I was like, oh, sweet, this went awesome.
So I know that I'm never going to kayak over a waterfall.
What?
And I would imagine most people watching this are never going to do it.
Yeah.
Can you describe what it is like when you do it?
It's really only a few seconds, and it's usually just coming over that lip. That's really the best moment. It looks like you're falling off the face of the earth, and then coming over that lip, it was pretty wild. You're just looking down, there's just chaos everywhere, and normally the pools are really big. But that one was like this tight little cove, so it was like super weird, like going into this like cauldron. But man, right when I was going over that lip, it's a pretty wild feeling, and you're just kind of going off of how you feel, kind of making adjustments on the paddle, and then tucking up at the end.
So what else do you do in your kayak? Or is waterfalls your thing?
Before these last few years, I was definitely more known for my freestyle kayaking. Like, I won the world championships a few times. Like, I've always been kind of known as a freestyle kayaker. But also on top of that, I compete in races, and I've done really well in a lot of those. And so the competition side has always been more of what I'm known for. But I think over the last few years, as my confidence has started to grow in waterfalls, I've started doing a lot more. I'm getting known a little more known for that now. But either way, more than anything, I try not to stick to one aspect. I do it all, because after a few months of doing waterfalls, I'm like, all right, I think I want to go relax for a bit and go do some freestyle kayaking or racing, or just go do joy kayaking. So yeah, I definitely try to kind of mix it up. It keeps everything really exciting.
Now, I would never have known this about you by talking to you, but you're hard of hearing, right? So how does that impact you? And does it in any way help you? It was a strange thing to say, but
so yeah, I'm about 70% deaf. I've been deaf my whole life. I was born 3 months premature. My dad also has hearing loss. But I think what's kind of cool is that because I'm able to read lips, a lot of times what happens is that there's one person above a rapid that's looking at the rapid and trying to tell us what's coming up. And the people that are with me can't hear them. But then I'll be like, it's okay, guys, and then I'll see what they say. And I'll read their lips and then convey the information to the group. So that's one thing that's always been super cool, is that being able to read lips has allowed me not to miss a lot of information that a lot of people wouldn't be able to hear.
It's almost like a superpower. It's cool.
Yeah, that's a better way to put it.